Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Friends from Work. I'm Tom, this is Sean, and on today's episode, we are going to be reviewing and discussing Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny. But before we do that, do us a favor, leave a like right now, subscribe down below, follow us on TikTok and Instagram, links are on the screen and down below.
Spoilers.
Look at that. Yeah, also, I have no headphones on today. It's really bothering me. Now I feel like I know how you feel, and it feels weird. I don't like this.
I never liked wearing big headphones.
I like it because I'm an audiophile, so it works. So do you want to take the lead or me?
I'll take the lead. I thought it was okay. It was definitely better than the last one with Shia
Crystal
LaBeouf.
Skull.
Even though I did not like that. I liked Shia LaBeouf in that, so I don't know. I kind of like that. The opening scene I thought was amazing. It was like right into the action. It was like 10 to 20 minutes long. It was very long. But I think it hit all the points. A lot of nostalgia. The CGI or whatever you want to call it, the de-aging, it was hit or miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was fine. Other times you could really tell.
I know.
It's kind of like when he was moving, his face was like
still.
Yeah, it was like behind, like buffering.
You know what it was? It was too clear. That's what it was.
That it looked weird. It just looked very. Sometimes
the motion blur wasn't right. Yeah.
But Harrison Ford did a great job playing a cranky old man, though.
Yeah.
He does a grumpy old man very good.
Yeah. Not surprising.
Yeah, he nailed it in that. I like that aspect of it, where it was nice seeing him as an old man.
Yeah.
And just being grumpy and surly and like
again,
I liked it. Like I said, it hit a lot of points, some nostalgia. Personally, I like the storyline. Anything time loop, time travel, I really love that. I thought it was really interesting how it all came to an end. But again, it was a traditional Indiana Jones movie. If you like the 1, 2, and 3, you'll probably like this one. It had to do with the Nazis. And Harrison Ford thwarting their plans.
Yeah, pretty much. I will agree with Sean with a lot. He can attest to this. I was going in there with such low expectations. Part of me, well, initially I was like, I don't want to see this at all. I just felt like a cash grab, and the whole de-aging thing really threw me off because I thought it was going to be a lot more of that. But like you said, it was really just like that first 20 minutes, and then they kind of stuck with him.
They did a flashback a couple times,
but it wasn't such a big deal, so to speak. It didn't take away from the story. They did it a few times because he was older. When he was on the horse, I noticed too. They kind of not de-aged him, but like CGI'd his face there as well. But yeah, I will say this was like a typical, simple, solid Indiana Jones story. This is exactly what it was. And I saw a lot of social media critics, like Shawhead, Goofy. There's another guy, but a few guys on TikTok. They're talking about this, and people were giving this a lot more criticism than I thought. And the discussion I saw a lot was because is Indiana Jones just like out of style? Because when I went to the theater, it was like, I mean, probably you're like 50s, 60s, people around your age because you're old.
Well, I would definitely agree it's out of style.
Yeah.
And older people aren't the type that are like, I got to see it on opening weekend either. So
it was packed though. It was it was.
I saw that too, where some guy said he was older and there was a lot of people there, but the numbers aren't astronomical, so they didn't do as well as they thought. But I'm assuming this movie will do fine. Older people see things at their own leisure. They're not like, oh, I gotta go see this movie or anything like that.
Within the few weeks, we'll see.
Yeah, in a few weeks we'll see.
We'll see the overall
numbers.
numbers.
It's not like Marvel where opening weekend decides how it's gonna be. I think
the second it comes out on Disney Plus 2, it's gonna go crazy, in my opinion. I will say you're not missing much. You don't have to see it in theaters. I will agree with the older people here. You can see at your leisure. If you see, like, it's nothing to be spoiled. Like, there's no big plot twists. There's like a couple.
Yeah.
Or there's really one that kind of took me by surprise, or two. But like I said, there wasn't a lot. But
what took you by surprise?
The ending when
it was all like a loop.
No, Helena knocked his ass out.
Oh, and pulled him back?
Yeah. I thought he was going to say the typical cliche.
It would like ruin the timeline.
Yeah, I know. But I was saying, it felt like it.
Also, too, the guy said, like, you always ended up here, so he couldn't stay. Like, that was all. What happened was always going to happen, basically, was the one.
It was cool, though. I
liked it. What I did like, well, I guess I didn't. I don't, because I do like Shia LaBeouf. I didn't like it, but
was that his son?
Yeah, they addressed it that was who died.
Okay, that's what I thought.
What was his name?
I don't know. Shia LaBeouf.
It was something weird too.
I don't know. Shia LaBeouf.
I'm gonna look. It's like Bum or something. I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna.
Buster, Bart.
No, it's something even stupider than that.
Billy Bob. Baby Billy Ray.
Oh, that's the best. Baby Billy Ray. Mutt.
Mutt.
That's his name. Okay, yeah, he dies in the war. So they at least addressed that, and that's why him and his girl broke up.
That's what I thought when they talked about it. I was like, I assumed that was his son.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I couldn't remember.
That was the point of the Crystal Skull. Like, the whole time, he was just some kid.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, and then towards the end, you realize, oh, it's him. He's wearing the hat. He's using the whip. Like, I mean, you knew it from the beginning. But, I mean, I like Shia LaBeouf, so it sucks.
Shia LaBeouf is goated.
Like that. But like I said again, I like the not dilation, but the time loop thing.
Yeah.
And it just had like a really traditional Indiana Jones mystery about some Nazis and about some magic or time travel.
They didn't because they could have done a lot of cliches or could have fallen. I said no. They could have fallen flat a lot of times, especially with that time travel stuff. Like, it just feels like such a easy thing to mess up. For that franchise, but they did it pretty tastefully. I
really thought it was an interesting story on its own. Like, what
it was
happened.
Quick too, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it wasn't. It was like you got some past stuff, and they got right into it. It was like, oh, this German guy was trying to go back and kill Hitler and be a better, better Hitler, but just win the war.
Do we have to censor Hitler? I don't think so. No. We'll find out.
And then they stop him, and then like you said, you find out it was all like, this is how it happened. This is how the Greeks beat them in the past. Yeah, so it was cool. I like that part. I thought it was an interesting thing on time travel.
I did want to bring up, so it was 2.5 hours long. That was my big turn off because I was like,
I don't like that either, but I knew it was going to be that long. Aren't they all that long?
About 2 hours. I saw.
Movies just back in the day were shorter too. Like, for whatever reason.
It's either it was no in between. It's either 1.5 or 3 hours. That's what I've noticed. Like, there's no in between. Are they stopping?
No.
Oh, thank God. But yeah, no. I'm looking right here. I will say, even though it was 2.5 hours, it was pretty well paced for the most part. There were some lull moments for me. But again, it is an older genre.
I'm like, even the time travel and the Nazis is kind of interesting, but it just gets boring sometimes when they're like talking about history.
Yeah, I will agree. I did kind of zoned out there. A funny Easter egg I wanted to bring up is, again, towards the end when he came back home, and what was her name? Marion, his wife, ex-wife, yeah. I guess they're rekindling it.
Yeah.
But his ex-wife, if you remember in the beginning, he moved the magnet over her face when he saw her on the fridge. Like, that was a scene, right? That was a set scene they showed.
Yeah.
And I noticed this, like, it was a subtle thing they did. But when she was like packing up the fridge and stuff like that, he like subtly moved the magnet back.
So probably like that was a part of the underline too, where like he was so emotionally closed off because his son died or whatever. But it looked like it got 68% Rotten Tomatoes.
For critics,
critics, and then 88 audience score, which is pretty good.
It's pretty standard.
Like I said, if you like Indiana Jones movies, you'll like this.
This hits all the plot.
It's just like
sidekick.
What the people didn't like about Crystal Skull, they don't do that in this one. Like, it was a traditional Indiana Jones, kind of just like the first three.
Yeah.
Like I said, Nazis, magic, or time travel, whatever you want to call it, and you know what I mean. And
they didn't overdo it. They could have easily. That was my big concern.
Yeah, I like that too. There was no like huge explosions thing, like it was,
or like 40 time jumps. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like yes, it was like you said, tasteful is a good word. Where it was like some cool little scenes where everybody pulls a gun on them, a little car chase through the ghetto, but nothing like you said over the top where something explodes and he does a backflip and you land.
That was my biggest concern, is because the whole. That's why it was pretty turned off for the movie for the most part, is because they were pushing that de-aging thing so much, and then I was like, oh, it's kind of also time travel too. I'm like, oh god, here we go. We're gonna see old man Harrison Ford acting like he's 20, and I thought it was gonna be this big part of the movie. It was really only the first act, and you said a flashback, and like it was really just old man Harrison.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Obviously, there was stunt doubles in it. He's 80. He's like 80 something.
Wow,
yeah.
80. Holy shit.
Yeah.
How's he gonna play Thunderbolt Ross?
I mean, that's less actiony.
Yeah, but like you gotta. I mean, I guess it'll be all CGI.
Yeah,
him doing it. I guess.
And
I don't know, but there's like the beginning parts of scenes where like before you turn into him.
I mean, they'll figure it out. Yeah.
Holy shit! Why would they pick him?
Why not? I would pick Harrison.
Old.
He's 70 or 80, but he's up there. He's past his 60s.
But it also did 60 million opening weekend.
Oh, okay.
That's not too bad.
What's the budget?
I don't know. Let's see what the budget was. I don't remember what the budget.
I'm gonna guess. I think it's probably over 100 mil.
Oh, definitely over 100.
250? I think that's too much.
I don't think it's over 250.
I'm gonna say 180.
They would have to at least pay Harrison like what, 30?
Yeah.
$250 to $300.
Oh damn. Okay, so I was right.
Damn, that's a lot.
I'm not surprised though. They had the other thing too. They had a lot of the OG people in there too. Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, so 60 open weekend. But like I said, I think they'll do like 16 this weekend too. Or
yeah,
like
it's
that.
4th of July weekend. People have extended days off too.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
I think
people might go see it tomorrow during the day or something.
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
I think
it'll
be fine.
I don't think it's a flop.
No. Movies are dying too, so I think that's for the age this movie really primarily shoots at. You can't sell it to kids anymore. It's hard. Only reason I saw it is because I grew up on it. Like my grandma loved it. Same thing for you. Well, you were around during the 40s, so.
I never. My grandpa did love.
Yeah, as I was saying. So the main reason I'm pretty sure I'm like the last like generation that kind of watched it, like because of the grandparents. We talked about
this last week too. Like for the last like 2 months, it's been like blockbuster movie after blockbuster movie for like 2 months. And it's like I think people are like, oh my god, I don't want to go see another movie again.
Yeah. Because Dad's been running up a tab on me. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
do I really want to do this podcast?
For like the last 8 weeks, there's been a movie coming out.
We're taking a few weeks off here until Oppenheimer and Barbie come out. There's really nothing else.
Yeah, but since what, Shazam?
Yeah.
There's been like a movie every week. So what did you rate it?
I gave it a 7.4. It's like I said earlier, it's this very simple, straight to the point. Not straight to the point. No, pretty simple, standard, safe Indiana Jones storyline. It accomplished everything a classic Indy thing does. It got the kid sidekick, like history, adventure, action was good. Yeah, the girl. I like the grounded action.
Magic or something.
Yeah, like some voodoo
Time
mystery.
Yeah, like I said, the other ones it was it says magic. Somebody was alive. One of them, like some guy was just alive for hundreds of years waiting for him. I forgot it was at the First Crusader.
It was really good because what I really like too with Old Man Harrison is because they didn't like make him do too actiony stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you saw him throw a punch, that's pretty much it. Like he got lucky with other stuff, like he was slipping, but like it wasn't like he was slick
like
with it. Yeah. Because he's been around. He's been around the block a few times.
But I would give it a 7.2. I thought it was a really quality movie.
I was very surprised.
No reason to be hypercritical of it. It was what Indiana Jones is. Yes. You like those and you like that. So it's kind of hard to say it's bad unless, like I said, if I never liked the Indiana Jones franchise in the first place.
Yeah, if you're an Indiana Jones fan, you will enjoy this movie.
But it had a cool little time travel story that was a little interesting. Like you'll figure it out as it goes, but nice little cliffhanger ending. He said he wasn't doing it anymore, but it didn't feel like that to me.
It felt like it.
I don't know. He grabbed his hat at the end. Like, isn't that always a sign of oh, I'm going on. Like, we're continuing.
I don't know. I don't know. I think he's done.
He says he's done. So, and
I believe
isn't there like some show on Disney Plus, Young Chronicles or something?
I have zero clue.
Something like that. Well, maybe.
But no, I truly believe he's done because he's pretty. He said he was done with Han Solo and he has never come back for that. So, Harrison Ford is pretty much on his word with that type of stuff.
Well, I mean, did they kill him or did they kill him because he said that?
Probably both. He probably said he wasn't because there's one off.
I don't know. I guess it's Star Wars, so they're like, we'll bring his fucking ghost back.
Something like that. Do you have any more points?
No, not really.
Alrighty, yeah, that is it for this episode, guys. It's a little quick one for you guys, but like I said, like we said, this is a pretty simple movie. If you like indie, you'll like this. But before I head out, just favorite guys, leave a like right now. Subscribe down below. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Links are on the screen and down below. Comment what you guys thought of Indiana Jones. Which one's your favorite? Should they bring Shia LaBeouf back from the dead if they carry on with the series?
That'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. He didn't die. He didn't die. He's the new Indiana Jones.
And he's a Nazi. Yeah. But yeah, guys. Other than that, I'm Tom. This is Sean. We see you guys next time. Take care.